Hi there, traders. I'm Brad Gilbert, the founder and CEO of Traders for Traders and TPT Capital. All right, now let me just run you through the My Forex funds. Now, I've seen a lot of interest out there, a lot of talk about different firms, what it means for them, and what regulators are sort of trying to do around a lot of these prop firms. Now, let me just sort of wind it back a touch. We've been running our funding program for over 10 years. Now, My Forex funds and I'd say another 100 firms have popped up in the last year or two. And that's primarily because one of the key tech firms that we work with rolled out the back end to people who have absolutely no idea or experience about risk management or this industry at all, right? Some tech savvy guys with a bit of cash, but that's about it. Now, where did MFF overstep the mark? Well, they set up a brokerage firm, right? Unregulated. We're siphoning through their clients into that. They were charging them commissions when there were no commissions. They're running a complete demo operation. It was, at best, a Ponzi scheme, right? And I say that sort of a little bit half-hearted because they did have an operation and they looked like they were paying people who were making money. But the whole operation, right, was aimed around making money out of people failing, not out of paying people or making money from profitable traders. And how do I know that? Well, as the CFTC documents say, they made 310 million. They lost 140 million on payouts, right? Out of 24,000 like funded accounts or so-called funded accounts, only 100 were ever live, right? So they were running a complete demo environment, and that was a recipe for disaster. If anything, they were lucky that a lot more traders didn't make money. Otherwise, they would have shut down. Okay, as I said, putting people in charge of these firms who have either just come out of a tech background, nurses, truck drivers, or whatever they are, it is an absolute recipe for disaster. And that's what the regulators will look to catch, right? I've been trading for 35 years and I've not seen anything as reckless as a lot of the prop firms out there at the moment, right? Now, where does Traders for Traders and TPT Capital fit into this? Well, as I said, I've been a member or a registered trader with the NFA in the US, which is under the operation of the CFTC. I've been a regulated trader in Australia under ASIC. So I understand regulations and what they're trying to do. What they need to do is take a lot of these operations apart, look at the experience of the managers who are managing the risk, look at the way they run their the whole programs. Now, the majority of prop firms that have popped up in the last 2 years, right, have done so because they've been given the tech or the back-end systems to do it, right? And there's been no other responsibility around issuing these except for the quick grab for cash from the tech companies that are providing these services. But there's more to this than meets the eye. And the regulators, they just want a fair game, right? We've been running our program, putting traders through our education program, and then run the funding. Now, we circumvented that and offered traders the opportunity to get funding because they seem to know what they're doing. And that's what TPT Capital did. Now, going forward, we're going to be bringing the education and the funding back under one umbrella, okay? The whole aim of this is to give traders the edge to get funding, give them a chance to potentially change their lifestyles and their family circumstances, make some money out of us funding them, but it's going to come from hard work from them. Learn how to trade, get funded, start making some money, okay? MFF, well, not only were they ripping off their clients with increasing the spreads, they work with an advisor, which is, I'm interested to see who this is because there could be an injunction against that firm, and then all the funding firms that have that back end will be left high and dry. The regulators also have stopped some of the payment systems like Deal, okay, dealing with prop firms. Okay, so the regulators, because this is a private firm and you're offering a funding opportunity, right, it's very hard to sort of regulate the industry as such. But what they will do is they'll regulate brokers who provide the liquidity to these services, as well as the payment portals. They'll scrutinize them as well and lock it down, right? So what you'll have at the end are the good firms who are actually trying to do the right thing, provide people with the opportunity for funding, with a realistic opportunity to get funded, right? That's what the whole thing is all about. Not just putting, like, was going to say, like, not just putting people through the system, but, we develop the rules that most of the market use today. But with the rush to get more client business, we've seen firms fight over each other to release all the trading rules and limits, just make it as easy as possible for people to sign up and then shut them down once they get funded, right? And that's sort of along the lines of what MFF were doing. They were looking for ways with their advisor how to work out to knock out their traders who were making money, charge them more on commissions, manipulate the pricings, widen the spreads around economic numbers and around execution, right? If you ask me, do they deserve to be taken down? Absolutely, right? It's just a greedy scenario. They didn't need to go this far and start screwing with their clients, the assessments as well as the funded traders. Now, going forward, what do you need to look for? Well, look for experience, knowledge, and understanding of this industry. Okay. Going forward, as I said, we're going to merge everything to really create a valid opportunity for people to get upskilled, get into the funding program, and then start trading live cash. All right, that's it for me, guys. I just wanted to touch base. There's been a lot of talk out there from various people about this. I understand a lot of people were wondering where Traders for Traders stood on this. I hope regulations come in where as I said, I've been regulated before. It'd be very easy to get re-regulated and file and operate the business with some clear guidelines, which I would say 90% of the trading prop firms out there, they need it, right? Because most of them will not have the experience or knowledge to get regulated, and that'd be a great thing. All right, guys, all the best. If you need any more information or you want to dig deeper about what I'm saying, contact us and I'll gladly answer your questions. Cheerio.